Caterpillar Inc. has notified its workforce at the Wamego facility that Solar Turbines, a Caterpillar subsidiary, will take ownership of the facility. That according to a company spokesperson Wednesday. Solar Turbines will continue manufacturing operations in Wamego and use the existing workforce. Caterpillar had announced last June that it would be closing the Wamego plant sometime in mid-summer of 2025. The facility had been listed for sale for $11.5 million. According to its website, the company provides energy solutions with turbo machinery for power generation and motor-driven compression products and package in the 1 to 39 megawatt range. There was no indication of what machinery Solar Turbines will be producing in Wamego. The price for school meals will be going up next school year. The USD 383 School Board on Wednesday accepted a 10-cent increase for student full-paid breakfast and 40 cents for student full-paid lunch. The measure passed on a 6-0 vote. Child Nutrition Director Stephanie Smith says the rise in cost is consistent with an increase in food prices.
As we've all visited the grocery stores, prices continue to increase. USDA reimbursement rates also did go down 2 years ago, and we have also not received any additional funding like we have in the past as well.
She says last year the district received supply chain assistance funding, but that funding went away this year.
The amount that we receive for a free meal is about 50 cents more than what we get between our reimbursement for a full-pay student plus the meal charges that we charge them. And since we are operating at a deficit, we do need to raise the prices to try to get that to where we are not losing money anymore.
Smith says the Child Nutrition Department has always tried to use as much local and domestically sourced ingredients as possible. Much of the fresh produce depends on the season. The Manhattan City Commission took final action Tuesday on a pair of consent agenda items tied to workforce housing. Among them, the final reading of a rezoning of K-State's Unger complex from business commercial to high-density residential. At Tuesday's meeting, resident Zach Doyle made one final plea to the commission to reconsider.
To be clear, the studies I have read on this topic often cite that nearby commercial and public spaces that come with high-density zones is what drives up these home values. Where is that possible in this area? If it isn't, then we probably won't see the benefits that have been suggested.
The decision clears the way for potential redevelopment of the property into a 106-unit apartment complex targeting middle to moderate income residents. Also included on the consent agenda Tuesday was the final plat of Lee Mill Village Unit 5 in the Miller Ranch neighborhood. The land is being platted as 6 duplex lots and 3 tracts for a future workforce housing project. A Manhattan teenager involved in a car accident earlier this month died Wednesday morning. 17-year-old Salman Shinwari had been receiving treatment at Children's Mercy Hospital in Kansas City for injuries he sustained in a May 7th crash south of Junction City. Shinwari, a Manhattan high school sophomore, was driving on U.S. Highway 77 when his car hydroplaned and struck an oncoming vehicle. According to an obituary, Shinwari played football and cricket and had hoped.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. Not everyone is careful with your personal information, which might explain why there's a victim of identity theft every 5 seconds in the U.S. Fortunately, there's LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity. If your identity is stolen, a U.S.-based restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year by visiting lifelock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
The basketball playoffs are here on Prize Picks, the best place to cash in on the action. The app is simple. Pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 2,000 times your cash. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code FIELD, that's code FIELD, and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code FIELD on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 for just playing, guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game.
Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
To open an Afghan-owned business reflecting his roots and serving his home in Kansas. A memorial ceremony will be held on Friday at the Islamic Center of Manhattan. And Riley County officials this week announced that Jacob Hansen will serve as its interim county councilor. Hansen has served as deputy county councilor since last September and will continue in both roles. The board is currently evaluating next steps to hire another attorney for the councilor's office. The county councilor provides legal advice and direction to the board and county department heads on all areas of county government. Hansen replaces Bryant Parker, who previously held that role.
Good morning, I'm Troy Coverdale with your sports headlines. K-State's appearance in the Big 12 baseball tournament, a short one. Houston hung a 5 spot on the Wildcats in the second to overcome an early K-State lead en route to winning 9-2. 3 Houston relievers held K-State at bay over 8 scoreless frames. That leaves K-State sidelined over the rest of the weekend. They'll await the NCAA bracket announcement on Monday. Manhattan High's baseball team needed extras to clip Wichita Northwest to advance to the 6A state tournament. The Tribe walking it off in the 10th on a single from Tanner Ling to win 2-1. In 4A, Wamego will try to extend its season today, taking on Atchison at Fort Scott in the regional semifinals at 2. In 4A softball, Rock Creek advanced to the state tournament yesterday, picking off wins over El Dorado and Tonganoxie. The nightcap a 10-6 victory. As the win marks the 5th straight season the Mustangs have made the state field. Salvador Perez had 3 hits, including a 2-run homer. Bobby Witt Jr. and Mikhail Garcia each had 2 hits and 2 RBI, as the Royals got the offense going and claimed an 8-4 win over the Giants yesterday. The Royals improved to a Major League best 17-1 when scoring 4 or more runs in a tilt. Kansas City will send left-hander Noah Cameron to the mound Friday night, as the Royals will match up with the Twins in Minnesota at 7:10. Have a great day. I'm Troy Coverdale.